G'day Badlers and welcome to the G'day Badlers podcast. This is episode 64, actually 64, where it's not April Fool's Day, which was yesterday. And today we have our special guest, which is Steve's thick shake that he's having at the moment. And we also have Jumothy, the two-time champion in the Oceania scene. Hi, Jum.
Hello, nice to be here.
Did he win two? What the heck?
we are a little bit behind on the champion interviews, but great to have you on. I know that this has been a little bit delayed, but, you know, as I was saying in the previous podcast, it's because we're just waiting for the trifecta to happen, right? So, like, you know, we could have just done one interview after Melbourne. So really, we're just jumping ahead at the moment. Again, my co-host, PvPSteve. Hi. You had your big sip of thick shake now. What flavor was it?
I think it's Snickers. It's pretty good.
Snickers.
I didn't know you could
very nice.
liquidate Snickers.
Oh, yeah, shout out to the first sponsor of the podcast, Jim's Ice Creamery. Jim's Dairy Delights, maybe is what it's called. They do some good thick shakes. You can get all sorts of stuff.
Where's my thick shake?
Newcastle. Yeah, on Newcastle.
Okay, I see how it is. Alrighty. All right. For those that don't know who Jumothy is, Jum, do you want to just give us a recap of, I suppose, your Pokemon? Not even Pokemon Go. Where all this kind of started for you?
So I've actually been. So I'm Jumothy. The name originated from a typo. But I guess I've always been a Pokemon fan. Like, I think I grew up getting all my sister's hand-me-downs, which was a lot of Pokemon stuff. So I got her hand-me-down DS. So I started on like Pokemon Diamond, and I've always liked kind of competing, but I was never allowed as a kid. Like, my parents would want me to like focus on school and stuff. Yep. So, but then when it was 2022 was my first regional. It was the city one, I think. Yeah. And I just really enjoyed it because I've been playing GBL for a while at that time. And I guess it kind of was an eye opener to see like the in-person scene. It was quite a lot different to what I expected. Like, the people were very nice, and I thought I was like really cool for almost being level 50 back then, but then everyone I was playing was already like billions of XP ahead of me. I'm like, oh so yeah, that was kind of cool. And I guess I've been playing a lot of more of those in-person tournaments, especially when locals came around. And then I think last year is when I started like kind of taking it a bit more seriously. Like, I joined like one of those online Discord servers to practice the Candle Cult server, and yeah, I've been grinding a lot and trying to improve. So that's me for Pokemon Go.
Yeah, brilliant. And I think it's really almost like very sweet that the first or regional you went to was Sydney, where some guy is some whale man, you know, at some point. Did you guys actually verse each other at all? No, not in that one.
No, I didn't know this guy. I don't think I like learned who Jumothy was until locals started happening. I feel. I mean, because you played in Melbourne, but when did locals start? Oh, it was just after Melbourne or just before Melbourne.
Correct. It was announced at Melbourne that locals was.
Oh yeah, like the Friday of Melbourne, it was announced.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Or actually, no, because you came up because you I think I first heard your name because you played Zoe in Melbourne.
I did? I don't even remember that. I did talk with Zoe. I do remember having a chat with Zoe. She did like. Was this Melbourne
2020?
Yeah, she was running Whalmer. I'm just looking at Jacobs now.
Oh gosh, I actually have to go back seasons. Hold on. So we go back to what, 2024 season? Is that right?
What are you going back on? I'm just on Jumothy's profile page.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Oh, maybe I'm just a bit lost with the whole new Dracoviz update.
I do like the update for the record, but that's another topic.
Yeah. We can talk about that next episode.
Yeah, played Yakko into Zoe. It was the
wow.
Yeah.
So two of Australia's best.
Well, there's I suppose the backstory about you and Yakko, right? That Jum and I have talked about that may have got cut in the Auckland video.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
so feel free to touch base on it.
Yeah, one of my first after when I went to Melbourne 2024. Yeah, my first opponent was Yakko. So it's back then he was really dominant, and I think he's retired now. So I think it's kind of cool that I don't know. I'm sort of following in his footsteps, maybe. I hope.
Yeah. Well, that Melbourne tournament was part of Yakko's 2-for-2 regionals back to back. So he sort of beat you on his journey to the back to back, and then you've become our second ever back to back as well.
Mm-hmm.
To fill in the gaps, and like we've talked about this before, so we don't need to dive into it. But just for those that have like are tuning into the podcast sort of fresh, because we did have you on in the lead up to the World Championships last season. We sort of talked about how your 2025 was, kind of a trailblazer with like top 6 at Perth and then top 8 at Brisbane, 9th at Melbourne, and top 64 at NAIC, leading into Worlds, which was kind of like insane-o. Well, we thought it was kind of insane-o. Turns out you can do way better. As we've talked about on the podcast before, you kicked off the season with a 3rd place in Brisbane, which is already like,
Yeah, I was pretty happy.
Pretty good. Have to imagine so, especially because like if my memory isn't failing me, you were getting pretty hard like at team comps past that point. I think it was going to be pretty hard for you to do any better with the guys who were first and second. You get that. I mean, I guess like we can sort of briefly touch on that as well before we get into the Auckland and Sydney combo. Like, what was Brisbane like for you, and coming 3rd for the first time?
Yeah, so I think Brisbane was the first tournament where I really got to like put all the stuff that I learned from like competing at Worlds and at NAIC, because those were the recent tournaments. And I think that really helped me a lot. It just mentally, I think that's the biggest difference. Like going from like the world scene back into a regional, back like the same tournament like the year back, which was Perth, like the first OC tournament. I was like super nervous. I was like, I don't know. I kept doubting my my calls and stuff in game, and there was a lot of shaky stuff. But I think I just felt so much more relaxed at Brisbane, and I think that helped a lot. So I was like, it was also one of my first few runs where like I stayed in the winners bracket, the winners side, because a lot of the time I'm playing from the losers bracket and going through long grinds.
Yeah, I'm just looking at your Brisbane run now, and you went through Aglosian and then 3 from Perth of like Danger Hawk, Avrip, and then They Love Jai, right? So like you're in the winners Perth round, and then next the last 2 opponents was Gone 1001 and then Pokemon Moneymaker. So yeah, it's a good winners run. Like that is not an easy one to do.
Yeah, it definitely did feel like my opponents were pretty strong there, but I think just the nerves weren't as bad as they were like same time last year. So I think after the Jai win, it made me feel a bit good. I think I've taken a lot of Perth people out in my in just general, because you say those names and then they do pop up again in Sydney. They're like the same people in Sydney.
We're just fodder, really.
Hey, at least they didn't really come to Auckland, I guess. They knew to stay home. Well, okay, let's talk about Auckland though, because that is sort of, I guess, the crux of. We would have brought you on this podcast just for that, and then you were like, "Guys, you still haven't brought me on. What's going on?" Oh, fine, I'll perform again. Take us through, and I know this is sort of like a season ago, I guess, but Auckland was in January, which doesn't feel like the start of a season because the meta update came in December, but there were no tournaments in December. And then there was Toronto the week before Auckland, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was like sort of all we had to go off of as far as what was actually going to be good. So I guess, how did you sort of approach Auckland with this brand new meta and having to figure things out a little bit?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be hard because obviously I like to go off like what's previously worked, but that was not the case. Like, because there's always like a Christmas, like a New Year's break type of thing. So I guess I put it upon myself to really get a lot of games. I did join a lot of practice tournaments it started off like I think most of my team building is on like Steve's channel already, so go visit that video.
That it is.
It did.
I don't even need a plug.
It started with the Altaria and Empoleon. And I think my personal pick for that meta was the Annihilate, because I thought it had like good play into both. A lot of I think on paper, like a lot of Altaria players like to think that it's a good matchup into Annihilate, but I think if you really play it more, it gets pretty uncomfortable. Like the Annihilate player can actually call a lot of the shots there. So I think that was one of the picks that I was building around. So yeah, I guess I just did a lot more practice tournaments for myself. I made like a sheet of like what Pokemon I used, which ones were winning me games, which ones were, and I guess that kind of culminated into the team I put together, which I was pretty happy with. I think that's probably the team I put the most time into. Like I knew, I knew what my opponents were going to bring, more like likely going to bring, and I knew how to cover my weaknesses.
Well, that was one of the things that stood out to me the most. I mean, as you said, I made the video of your run, and in that I sort of asked you to sort of basically write out what your thought process was into building the team. Because again, it's not something that people really talk about in public very much. They mostly sort of keep that to themselves. And so what stood out was the fact that you sort of go in and you really learn, okay, like I'm a little bit weak to this guy, and this guy is always coming. And so I just sort of have to learn how to deal with that, and then I'm good. It's sort of like something that you can only really get from practice and actually playing the game. Because you might go like, oh, Drapion's kind of good into my team. People are probably going to use Drapion. But then it turns out that in practice, everyone's too scared of it because Marowak exists or something. So it does sort of make a lot of sense. And I feel like it's something that people could probably learn from a fair bit, I think.
Refer to Steve's video.
You just read out the document for a week. It's a very thorough document. It's pretty good. But yeah, so you ended up with we'll subscribe to Jumothy real soon. So we had the Empoleon Altaria core. We had the Annihilate that was like just really good into, especially the Toronto top usage. Licky was just a god tier safe swap. Marowak, what was Marowak doing at the time? Was it just to keep Empoleon in check? I'm trying to remember now.
It's like Stunfisk. It's just having a one Mud Slap is like pretty important, I think, back then, before it was nerfed.
Yeah.
I think it's also like very flexible Mud Slapper. Back on Altaria.
Yeah. I mean, you were running Gastrodon in Brisbane, but Altaria wasn't as big then.
Yeah.
It was still around, but not really.
It was like just emerging at that time.
Yeah. Oh, regardless. I guess like we can sort of talk about your Auckland run. Again, it was a bit of a weird tournament in that it's 32 player max, and so you can sort of get pretty far if you get some good wins in. And I don't think your bracket was exactly an easy one.
It wasn't. It did not feel easy.
Although I kind of love your first opponent, who I messaged you because on Play Latam, where Dracoviz was grabbing the data from, your first opponent's team wasn't on there because they were having issues with it, and so they had a physical team sheet. And so I think I asked you and I asked their other opponent for the team, and it's just a full team of debuffing moves and Chansey. Chansey, Rock Tomb, Credilli.
There's Bubble Beam Mantine as well, I think.
Bubble Beam Jellicent.
Bubble Beam Jellicent, yeah. Icy Wind Dugong. I knew exactly what they were trying to accomplish there. Good thing I had Annihilate because Annihilate was pretty good against a Chansey.
Best buddy Chansey, let's go.
Yeah, it is best buddy as well. Yeah, so other than that matchup in particular, you kind of just played like heaps of cracked players. So how did obviously we're talking almost over 2 months ago now, but what's your memory of sort of how the tournament went?
So I remember playing the Chansey team. That was a fun game between us. Because like there was so much time to just chat in the middle. my next opponent was, I think, did it go straight into Clunk?
Yeah, straight to Clunk.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Our games were really close. There is definitely there was like a very real chance he would have just beat me. We had even a tied game as well. It was I think a lot of our games came to like 1 HP, so that definitely got me like pretty shaky there. And then my next opponent was Yusei, I believe.
Yeah.
Those were also pretty close games. He had what was it? He had Jellicent himself, I believe, and
not Bubble Beam this time.
Yeah, not Bubble Beam. That's so it's actually a bit more threatening. So that was pretty scary because I knew that Pokemon as a whole just like kind of makes my life a bit harder. So I was very lucky to get the win there. And then my next opponent was Egon, Gone 1001, which he's historically always knocked me out of these play Pokemon tournaments. So he knocked me out of Brisbane, or like he knocked me to losers in Brisbane, and then the previous one, Melbourne, in the previous season, he knocked me out as well. So coming out of pretty bad track record into him, but luckily, I think I was super confident with this team, so I think I didn't feel the pressure as much. He had a pretty tricky Clefable, which is something I didn't prepare for much. He brought a Clefable, because that kind of makes it harder for me to bring Wiggly, which is a big crutch for me at the time. And then after Gone, we're going into Godzilla, so so versus 2 Brisbane champions in a row. The one from 2026 and then the one from 2025. Yeah, that one was also pretty tough. So like all these games are really close, and I think I'm very grateful I got to come out on top of, because I could have lost anywhere in that lineup. Yeah, and Godzilla came down to like a 3-2 win as well. So
yeah, the game with Gone and Godzilla both went to the 5th set, which is I suppose now that you're so well established, I suppose used to the pressure a bit more in those kind of 5-setters, would you say?
So I still obviously get nervous, but I think I've just learned to trust my gut. I think that's something I've learned from like Worlds, because or like I think I used to always second guess my like lineup, like, oh, are they actually going to do this? I remember going to game 5 against like Godzilla. I didn't even think. I just locked in the 3 that I felt like were going to work, and I think it was the Zach lineup I was expecting. So I think if I didn't click the lock-in button and like hesitated, it could have gone a lot worse. Yeah,
but it didn't. What was it like as well? Like, because it might have been frustrating for the grand finals in Auckland. Obviously, there wasn't a stream, but they hooked your phone into the TV so that we could sort of all watch it in venue. I mean, Debbie streams it out to Twitchland without audio, but you know, obviously in your grand finals, it was sort of overheating the phone a little bit, and was I don't know, maybe causing some issues. Was that like? Did that throw you off your game at all? Was it frustrating? Like, what was the go on your end?
Okay, so the game that was happening was overheating my phone, and also like it kept coming in and out. Like it kept like unplugging. Like I think the cable was loose, so it kept like the signal kept going on and off. That was frustrating. Although I did get my weekly tough stuck into a scissor, so like it really didn't matter. I believe it was weekly scissor, then I safe swap, I think Empoleon, and it just got met with a Marowak. So I think regardless of if it was a close game, maybe it would have been frustrating, but I knew it was lost. Like the judges even like asked like maybe we could get a replay, but I'm like, nah, there's even in the perfect world, there's no way I'm coming out of this matchup.
Yeah. I remember recording, and I noticed that like you processed that very quickly, and I was like really impressed. Because like when I was watching the lag and everything, I'm like, I'd be very frustrated. But you're just like, move on, let's go again. Like you said, you locked in so quick, and I was just like, oh, okay, he's confident.
Yeah, I just hope that I didn't get the scissor into my device.
Then they did, you know, just unplug the stream. It was like, I guess this doesn't work, which is fine. And you know, Debbie still just did the over the shoulder thing, which I like in some sense we should be a little bit grateful that they like allowed that, because I know that in the past I've sort of like when ESL have been running tournaments in Australia before we had broadcast, I would sort of ask them like, hey, is that chill? And they're like, nah, you can't be doing that. But then it was simultaneously chill to like record it and then make content with it later. You just couldn't. I don't really know what the deal was, but nice that they sort of let us do it.
I messaged them ahead. Like I was like, hey guys, I'm coming over. I'm going to create, like, can I record? I'm going to like make content. And they're like, yeah, all good. Just don't get in the way. And I'm like, yep, sweet. So yeah, they were real chill crew over in New Zealand. Yeah. Oh, something I want to mention before I forget is like, tell us about the journey to get to Auckland. Because you literally, did you sleep at all? Because I think I recall that you were just so tired when you rocked up the venue.
Oh yeah, well, like I feel like I've been a bit more prepped for like the play Pokemon tournaments afterwards. There's one thing is the consistency. Like I just can't sleep before tournaments. I think there's just too much going on in my mind. I think like I'd go to bed. I'm like, okay, well now, and then right when I'm about to fall asleep, my brain would be like, okay, so how does Weekly go into Togekiss, the one shield? I'm just like, oh no, I don't know that. I think it was also, and then I think it was also pretty bad because there was also Birmingham happening right like during when I was trying to get to sleep. So I just woke up and watched that instead. So I don't know how much I slept. It was probably like 3 to 4 hours, but yeah, generally sleep is something I can still improve by a bunch.
Yeah.
This seemed like a career low from my perspective because we rocked up to the venue and we both had a bye round one, and you were sitting at the tables and just like, all right, it's go time. Just like, I'm gonna have a nap over here, which is pretty grim for like round one of a tournament.
He's here, but not really here.
I was just like energy saving mode.
And then there were some internet issues for that round one, and so it was like, oh, we've got extra time, and then you said something like, yeah, that's good. It's pretty funny.
I just
clearly it didn't impact the performance.
Yeah, clearly. And maybe it's the way.
Yeah, I think the adrenaline kicked in, yeah.
But yeah, I just remember like you rocking up and be like, oh, that boy has not had sleep. And we were doing the what do you call it? The Tauros research that was on that day. And you had to like add a new friend. And I'm like, Jum, I'm going to delete you so then I can just re-add you in. And then we both got the research, and you got your Tauros, and that was it a hundo?
Yeah, it was a hundo. So and since it was you that added me, I was like, oh, do you want to name it?
And then I renamed it. Now this is before the tournament. I renamed it to Auckland Champ, way before it all started. So I just called it like he had the hundo Tauros, and I like named it Auckland Champ. I'm like, okay, cool. So really.
Yeah,
that's a memento you cannot delete.
yeah, definitely.
But you're the first in the world, I suppose, to get the super cool like Auckland Champion playmat now, and also the Relicanth card. I think that's a pretty like as a special championship. That's a pretty
cool It looks really good too. Like I was really impressed. Like it looks like official, even though it's like just kind of. They went out of their own way to do it. Yeah, they did on their own.
Yeah, like it's just some guys, and they've sort of put this prizing together and whatnot.
It looks
pretty cool. Good. I mean, I haven't seen anything even close from like any other special events around. Actually, there was one LATAM special championship one time that like had this kind of cool plaque sort of thing. Maybe it was like a trophy. I don't know, but like it was sort of. Yeah. Seemed
perspective.
Yeah, kind of groovy, but for the most part, there's sort of nothing. Like
special
I don't know
if
Buenos Aires had anything. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw the photo of Joe Eddie at Puerto Rico, but he did, like, they had a crown that they put on him. I don't know if he got to keep the crown.
What type of crown are we talking about? Like a real crown, like one of those, or like a paper crown?
It looks like a Burger King type beat.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, does it look like a birthday party at Macca's?
It doesn't look like a birthday party, but like it looks like as if they made it from Burger King even better. I mean, it'd be this is kind of insane. Let me send this to the group chat because this is way more legit than paper. I don't know where this thing has come from. It's from their like little esports group that was running the tournament, I guess. I just sent it in a little chat. For anyone, it's on Joe Eddie's Twitter if you want to scroll. It's loading. There it is.
Oh wow!
So
Yeah,
that's better than the Burger King paper crown.
Yeah, that's legit. That is a solid crown, and it fits him so well.
Yeah, he does have a little plaque thing of some kind, but
and a plaque, and I don't know is that a boost? That's not a booster box. Whatever that's called.
It looks bigger than a booster box.
It looks expensive. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks at least.
I don't know. That's a lot of Pokemon cards, I think. But also the TCG tournament was apparently massive for that anyway, so I don't know what the go was. Anyway.
That would be your first championship. Again, you're locked in for Worlds at this point. Not quite prize money, but you did pull a nice card out of your packs.
It's pretty much worth the same amount as the prize money I would have got.
Are you keeping it or are you gonna sell it?
Yeah. Well, we'll keep it for a while. We'll see if it goes up to like a ridiculous price, that I'll probably sell it. But because it is Charizard, so it's very real chance that. But right now I'm just gonna keep it.
Fair.
It's definitely not got a good grade, so because I know it's really horribly off center.
Yeah. Okay. The sentimentality might be enough to keep it going then. I guess, how does it feel to sort of go from, like, obviously you placed third at Brisbane and that's, obviously an incredible feat. You did well, best you've ever done, to then just go into Auckland and become a champion for the first time?
I guess it was reassuring because I did put a lot of time into it. So I was like, I'm hoping to at least see some sort of some sort of fruits for my effort. Mm-hmm. And it was very reassuring that if I put my time into it, that I can do it. And also, I don't know. It just, I didn't really expect it to come so soon because I know like some players like Thorn, he's like a great player, but it's been a very while. It's like he always comes so close to winning and then always falls like a tiny bit short. He's won now, but I thought that could have been me. Like I could have gone like 2 years not taking a win. So I was very grateful that it happened.
Yeah. I think it's a good point because, Gon, I think he came third in the first ever tournament that he played in Melbourne in 2022, and he went 4 seasons without getting a championship. And anyone would say that he was good enough to get there, but he just never was quite able to crack it. And obviously, everyone was celebrating when he won in Brisbane because mostly because screw that Jum guy, I think, but partially because he'd sort of it felt like he deserved it more than anyone at that tournament. And so it is really cool to sort of see. You've probably been, I don't know if you're the number one, but you've certainly been like one of the biggest biggest trajectories in Oceania as far as upskilling. I don't know if anyone has really had your trek upwards, to be honest. I'm trying to think of anyone at all. I'm kind of coming up blank, to be honest.
I'm like, just after a full season, right? So it's again, like fruits of your labor. I think it just goes to show how much you put in the background to, keep practicing and keep upskilling and, doing all the other things in the background. And it just proves that it's all working out, which is great.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for that as well.
Yeah. But obviously
anyone can win one. Like, what the hell? Boring. Stinker. Anyway, you had another tournament literally 2 weeks later. What was the what was the thought process going into that one when, like, again, you've hard qualified for Worlds. You don't need anything else per se for the season. To be honest, I think you were already looking pretty good for like Travel Award as well at that point, because you also had the third place in Brisbane. Was that before LAIC actually? Was that after?
I can't remember.
Actually, now that I think about it, it might have been like, maybe it was just after actually. I've just clicked on it. Oh no, it was 1st of November. So actually Brisbane was going towards the EUIC Travel Award.
Okay, yeah.
And so
I knew I was pretty content with the Travel Award.
Yeah, so you've already got a win in the bag for the NAIC Travel Award, plus a bunch of local points, which sort of means like as long as you breathe well enough in Sydney, you'd be pretty good for the Travel Award. So like, there's not necessarily anything you need from this tournament. So what was your vibe going in, again, with only 2 weeks between the two?
Yeah, so one interesting thing about the Sydney tournament was it was also EUIC that was the week after, right? So it was really... and because I just came off a win, I didn't really need anything. I didn't put too much time into the City one, but I still kept up a little bit. I don't know. Every time there was a Open Great League tournament, I just couldn't say no.
I noticed as a host. I noticed. I'm I think I was like messaging you. I'm like, hey, I'm hosting soon. Get on. And you're like, okay.
Because I told myself, I'm gonna lock in for EUIC, but the Great League tournaments, they're more frequent, and they're very tempting to join. So I did play a little bit, but I don't think I played enough to really make a new team. So that's another thing. I kind of flip-flopped a bit back and forth, and I did experiment with new teams, but they just weren't working. I didn't, because obviously the other team, I put a lot of time into it, and I think I was never actually going to break that baseline with a new team that I would maybe put only like a week in. So we stuck with the same team. We did really poorly with this.
I remember a message from you, which was, Steelix is not the source.
I think I went 0-3 a lot of times in this. I did really bad. So, I mean, it wasn't really too concerning for me because I wasn't really chasing anything major. Maybe if I didn't do well in Auckland, I would be a bit stressed out by my poor performances. But I guess I was a bit more chill. I was trying to focus on EUIC as well because I know a lot of players right after Birmingham, they were just straight into EUIC because for most players, that's like the only thing on their agenda. So I think I was already quite far behind the EUIC prep. I was kind of catching up a lot in that week or 2 weeks. So it was kind of split focus, and I ended up having to just resort to the same team, which it was a good team that I already put the time into, so it was fine.
Tried and true, which is, I don't think there was too much of a shake-up between Auckland and Sydney. I don't think there was. Was there one particular Pokemon that kind of might have been a little bit more popular, but otherwise it still was fine.
It was like Gorgeist, and maybe
Gorgeist,
Florges with the fairy move. Those were the two.
Oh, we had a community day in between, right?
No. They started using disarming voice over the Trailblaze just because Rise's team did that. I think it's mainly Gorgeist as a new.
Yeah, because also there was no actual played tournament between Sydney and Auckland. Santiago started the same weekend, but there wasn't actually any new results being generated, I guess. It was just the vibes of practice tournaments, really.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we just delve into Sydney. Obviously, your backyard, and reliving the first tournament back into Sydney again. So I think it's almost like a very fairy tale kind of way of first tournament being Sydney, and then the next one. Spoiler alert: came champion.
What? Hang on, I didn't check my notes. Oh my gosh.
But let's go through your run in Sydney. So first opponent, you were against there was a Clodsire in that team. How did you feel with that?
Clodsire, let's see. I think that was. I don't.
Ferret, Jealous, and Mandibuzz.
I don't remember them bringing the Clodsa. I remember the ferret coming out. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember much of the round one, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Okay. This is. Look at the parallels here. Kukurkak, who is this first opponent, his first ever tournament. Round one.
Oh, yeah.
He has to play the champion of the tournament, Jumothy, who's just getting a back-to-back championship. Just wait for 2028 when we see.
I remember my round one. It's coming back. Yeah, he was a dad, I believe. Yeah, his children were playing TCG. So I think it was a pretty chill vibe.
Yeah.
Wow, and he's going to be the back-to-back 2028 champion. That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was actually not bad. Like for someone who I don't think he really is. Yeah, because like he told me he's just there to like for his kids playing TCG, which is like go in the side. Like he actually sort of knew he had like a sort of meta team. He kind of knew what he was doing as well. So definitely not a write off. Maybe we'll see him in 2028.
Yeah. There we go. Watch out for that guy. Like dark horse in the making. Then next, the hardest opponent I think you've come up to thus far in the season, M Tangy.
Oh,
which was on stream.
Oh yeah. Unironically, that I was so nervous for that because like I really had like not much to gain, and I had everything to lose. And I'm also the one that made her team, and I deliberately made it in a way that's like it's like a super toxic team that like if she just gets the lineups she needs, she can sweep any player, right? That's how I come up with the team. She didn't have Bastiodon, so I couldn't use that. Yeah. But, so I knew, and she has beaten some really strong opponents with the Zax strat that I've been teaching her. So I was actually there was a real chance I would lose because if it was like a neutral team, I'd be okay. But I knew the team was like it was very sharp, very what do you call it?
Polarizing.
Yeah, that's the word.
Was what went through my head as well. Yeah.
Yeah, polarizing.
Well, I've been calling M the Kingslayer.
Yeah, and it did not start off well. It did not. I think there was a little bit of stream issue, so we didn't get to see the full match. To all the people watching, it looked really bad because it was actually the game 2. I won game 1, which was not on stream, but I actually won it it was very close because she got a Night/boost. So
amazing.
Yeah, there's that as well. Game 2 was the first game that really got streamed, and I came out. She came out on top, so it was not looking good. So like in game 3, I think she gave up her alignment. So I was very thankful for that because I'm not sure. I forgot the Zac 3, but she swapped in a Wigglytuff I had in Polion, and once that came in, it was pretty much over.
Yeah. So you're saying if she didn't give up alignment, we would have seen M Tangy as a champion for Sydney right now.
Yeah. And what's funny is that Jai was staying at my place at the time. We did a practice tournament together, and I'm pretty sure M beat Jai as well in that practice tournament. So it was definitely not. It was definitely a real outcome that could
Kingslayer M.
M's the goat.
Yeah, I was super nervous. Like as soon as I saw that matchup, I don't know, my heart sank because I knew it was. It's so strange, but like it really was one of my most nervous matches that I had. Yeah.
Wow. Pretty awesome. You did come out with a 2-1. You did get past it. So, yeah, hopefully the nerves would have shaken off by that point.
Yeah.
Went through possibly your hardest match out of the whole series.
There was a huge sigh of relief. There was many sighs of relief right after. And Em's just like, oh, what just happened?
Yep. I wish I was on the floor to watch that bit. But and then still in the winners bracket, we went against Yoshi Joshi. So I don't. Is that a local for you guys over in New South Wales?
So he actually is he's from Sydney, but he hasn't attended a locals. I don't know if he knew about locals beforehand, but
okay, yes.
I've actually gone into like chat with him a bit more. I talked with him like during the tournament. He's actually been like in my streams and stuff. So he hopefully becomes a local now, like a more frequent like a local that comes to the tournaments. Yeah, he was a strong opponent as well. Yeah.
Really strong, but I feel like before you, he beat Jay Tizzle and Agent Magikarp. So apparently he was on a Sydney slang streak, because then he beat Ekamona after he faced you.
Oh, yeah. Apparently Ekamona is his scrim partner. So, and Ekamona is one of the locals that's been around for a while, I think. Even when I started, he was already around.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, he does like hit legend and stuff, so definitely a strong player.
Yeah. I mean, Echo's been around since pretty sure like Sylph days. So quite well known. And then after getting a 2-0 on Yoshi Joshi, then into Fort Wa. So finally someone out of the New South Wales bracket.
Yeah, that one was also tricky, I remember, because he had Jellicent and Pangoro. I think it's just mainly the Jellicent that was going to be tricky to navigate, but I think I've done it enough with the team. So
cool, done it enough. This is your 4th Jellicent in a row in this tournament.
Oh, right. I didn't realize. Oh. Yeah, I guess like my original plan with the team was I just won't see Jellicent. I guess that didn't really work out, but at least I was prepared for it.
Yeah, you had 1 in Auckland, and now by this point 4 in Sydney.
Wow, I didn't even remember that much, but yeah.
I think being prepared for the worst case scenario really paid off.
Yeah,
seems like it. But luckily, I mean, after that, there's no more Jellicents, partially because you only play 2 more opponents. The next one being Avrip in the winners semis, which AV rip. No Jellicent, but he did have Shadow Altaria.
He did. Yeah, he loves the good. He loves Altaria in general. Shadow, yes.
I think my team had a good matchup into that. I remember that's the vibe I got. But we're 1-1 in play Pokemon tournaments up until this point. So this would be like the tiebreaker. He took me out in Perth. I took him out in Brisbane. He said to me, just don't embarrass me on stage again. Because last time I remember rolling out his Charizard with the Blastoise.
Oh, yeah.
That was a moment.
I think I used that clip in a recap video or something. I don't know. Whoops.
I felt pretty comfortable. I think my against Avrip and Jai, my team had a strong advantage into. Jai was kind of diabolical advantage. But
yeah. So they love Jai and Avrip coming back from your previous tournament.
Yep.
So yeah, in the winners bracket with Jai, Jai famous for his second place finishes, but he did yoink a game from you in the winners finals at the very least.
Yeah, he took the bracket reset, which to be fair, like that's very impressive because realistically there should be no world where I lose that. I think his team's like 4 week to annihilate, and then the others are just like all week to weekly. So that core is like super hard. So he played it well. And what was funny is in the winners finals, so we were guaranteed 3rd, I believe. Right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that like we both came so far, and since he was staying at my place, maybe there's something lucky, something good in the waters at my place.
Shotgun jumps place next time.
I attribute it to you guys playing Smash the night before.
yeah, we did play Smash. That was really good. That was really good fun, and it's also pretty funny. The mains we have in Smash, my main also absolutely destroys his main. So he's just coming out of just terrible matchups every day.
That's so funny.
I was just getting bullied in Sydney.
I swear it's not on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 things that came out of this, one is the fact that in the entire tournament, you only dropped a game to 2 opponents. They Love Jai and M Tangy the whole time.
They're both the people that were staying at my place the day before the tournament as well. So
there we go. That's the strat.
Kind of awesome. But the other bit was like, as you said, like you had such an insanely strong team comp that even before the grand finals, I was talking to Jai and he was saying like, look, there's 2 options here. Option 1, I RPS and win. Option 2, I lose. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, he was not in a good mood during our games. Even when he was winning, he was still just like, oh, you'll put me out of my misery.
Yeah, sounds like him.
Yeah, he's telling me after. Yeah,
because I did. Yeah, him coming always second place is kind of like, it feels bad. Like he really deserves a win, and like
he'll get there.
I really didn't want to be the one to stop him, but yeah, it's like the team kind of plays itself. The matchup, that matchup kind of plays itself. So.
Yeah, he was. I think he was saying that when he reset the bracket, like at that point, he was actually feeling like kind of confident, like, wait, yeah, I could do this. And then he lost a single game in the next set, and he went, no, it's Joma. Actually, never mind. Yeah, like it's such a strong team comp disadvantage that when Home Slice Henry made a video out of it, because he always makes a video out of like all of these tournaments, instead of focusing on the winner, he was like, actually, let's focus on Jai. Like he didn't win, but like this was so impressive that like I want to show this.
Yeah, I'm not like that. Completely makes sense. Like I did not feel offended when I saw that as well. I'm like, yeah, fair enough.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I wasn't on the floor during that time, so I didn't get to see the facial reactions and what was happening. But when the ESL photos came out of just Jai's like facial reactions throughout the whole like finals, it was just looking like he wasn't having a good time.
Yeah, there's a lot of my poly on his A9, my weekly tough onto like his whole team.
Yeah. Anything but Fortress, I think.
Yeah, I think he had half an
even that.
It was on Bug Fight, so it's like not even that.
Oh yeah.
Big of it.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Whoopsies.
But again, making Jai a runner-up once more. You take the championship for Sydney. Again, a bit of a fairy tale, kind of like, started in Sydney, champion at this point. How did it feel now being like, oh, okay, back to back? This time, prize money. This time, this time you get a medal. This time you get a champion mat and like some awesome booster boxes as well. How did that feel? Like,
honestly,
after 2 weeks coming from Auckland.
I really did not expect it. I went in with because I was like, yeah, I don't really need much. Maybe like a top 16, I get some points. Maybe secure the travel award. That was like pretty much like my mentality coming in. Like, I did really not expect it. It took so long to process. Like, even the following week after, like I really didn't. Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. So I was very grateful for that. And yeah, it still honestly feels a bit surreal. Yeah.
No, I think again, going through your matches, you played incredibly well, and like you said, you trusted your gut. You looked pretty cool, calm, and collected from what I could see on my end, and a big contrast to perhaps like you said, Perth, where you were quite nervous for that particular tournament. So again, an incredible accomplishment, and I think now is the thought process of going, okay, he's done Auckland, he's done Sydney. What do we expect from Melbourne? Are we going for the trifecta? Are we going for a cleanup?
I mean, yeah, I would try. I'll definitely try. And it really helps that one of my favorite Pokemon is so strong right now. Huge Quagsire fan.
The background.
Yeah. Huge Quagsire fan, and like it's #1 usage. I kind of wish there was more tournaments for me to play. I've been like, oh no, I really wish I was in what was it, the recent one in Houston?
Yeah. I thought you were going to say Cape Town.
Yeah. Cape Town. I've not seen the usage for Cape Town yet, but yeah.
I don't know.
heard there was an Umbreon.
Yeah, I've seen an Umbreon thumbnail.
Yeah.
That's all I know from Cape Town.
I mean, like, you know, there's no broadcasts. So that's all I get.
Oh, Quagsire was... Oh, no. The usage is like mad cooked. Everyone is showing up like a million different times on this thing. Okay, I think Quagsire is number 1 usage in Cape Town. It's at 75% usage. So,
oh yeah.
It's Quag time.
I really don't know what they can do to curb its usage this season. Yeah, like I don't see any. There's no grass type like being released at it.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe Florges could run around with Trailblaze, I guess.
Trailblaze, yeah.
I'm just trying to think if there's a community day ahead, and like the next one is what Lechonk, because it's all Tinkerton and then Lechonk after.
Quagsire stocks on the rise.
Yeah, it's still gonna go up, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even if Tinkerton became good, it'd be like, okay, ground types are even better now, and even if people go for like Talonflame, that's still good for Quagsire. So,
yeah, its Comday move is a steel type as well.
Yeah,
it's like
Gigaton Hammer. Yeah.
Curious what Mimikyu can do though. It's currently banned right now.
Yeah. But like, is it banned for like tech usage? Like, is it an Aegislash sort of ban, or is it just? I mean, it is banned from PvP at the moment. Like the game bans it. I don't know what that's about, to be honest. Maybe it's actually broken.
I think so. I don't really know.
Otherwise, there's no reason for it to be banned. The entire world has
Rocket Grunt
now. Yeah,
it doesn't. It does now. My thought process was like maybe they want to wait till everyone gets access to it,
but that's happened.
The doors,
and I still don't think you can do it.
Yeah, maybe they're giving a window of like 48 hours or something.
Yeah.
Still, it would be pretty cool to see you take it out in Melbourne, and like then we can we'll get you a crown, maybe. We'll get you like a
Burger King
crown. Hey, Burger King.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been playing as much because there's kind of a huge gap for us between Sydney and Melbourne, but very keen to get back into it.
Yeah. Sounds good. And I suppose, like as Steve mentioned, like you've had such a big leap, a big trajectory up to where you started to where you are now in such a short period of time. Do you have any, like, I suppose, advice to people getting started or people kind of in the middle ground? Steve's getting out his notepad. What advice do you have for Steve?
For Steve?
Please help me.
Steve should go to the next Cape Town tournament. I think that would help immensely.
Thank you, Jim.
I guess it really depends what your stance on the game was. I'm like a very competitive person. Like I love just like competing in general. So for me, it's not as there's like less resistance of me trying like going through the process of like improving, learning from mistakes. But I know like especially like Pokemon Go isn't like your like your whole life and stuff. Then obviously like there's other priorities. And obviously your first priority is to enjoy the game, like have fun. But if you want to get better, like there are obviously you just want to look for mistakes in your games, I guess. Like sometimes it helps to record and maybe pinpoint maybe where you went wrong. I think if you can identify where you go wrong, that's like a huge step. Because I know like a lot of players, it actually is pretty hard to identify like and pinpoint exactly where you went wrong. But I guess trying to get to that point, I think after that, the improvement increases like drastically once you know where you're making the mistakes in each game. And as for like playing teams and stuff, I think maybe basing a team off something that works, and maybe if you want to change a few picks here and there, then that's fine. But like kind of sticking with it, I think that's something that I've kind of adopted a bit more. Realize that it works out. Because I think being familiar with like a suboptimal team is still much better than first timing like a super optimal team. Practice also helps. So it really just depends how much you want to put in, I guess. If you do want to put in a little bit, I think the practice tournaments would help the most for like everything I just described above. You get to see other people's teams. Hopefully you can pick out when you're making some mistakes and stuff. Yeah.
I can't believe that I'm hearing this guy talk about how you should record your battles when he didn't even keep the recordings from the Auckland Special Championship that he won. But
yeah, I am very bad with recording battles, but it does work. I'm just not very good at listening to my own advice.
Do as I
Practice what
say.
preach kind of thing.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I see.
Hey, I'll take it. This guy's won 2 championships in 2 weeks, so I'll listen.
Have you filled up your notepad, Steve? Have you filled up?
Oh yeah.
It should just say Cape Town. What you're writing is just use Cape Town.
Yeah, Cape Town 2027. I'm ready. Jum said, "Sorry, Kohler, I'm taking the Aussie spot back next time."
Well, again, thank you for your time today, Jum. And again, thank you also for your patience to finally get to this point to get to the interview. Again, we'll probably interview you again soon.
Hopefully.
Just hoping. Yeah, we always kind of, I suppose, end the interview on a random question of the day. And this one here is specifically targeted towards you. So it's who are you more scared to face in the future? Will it be A, M Tangy, or B, They Love Jai?
It's M Tangy. Just
correct answer.
Yeah, because I'm happy to lose to Jai. I think that's.
I'm happy to lose to Jai. So really, what you're saying is.
Okay, on a big stage, yes, yeah, I'm happy to lose to Jai on the big stage rather than M Tang on the big stage. And
why is that?
M Tang hasn't taken it. M Tangy hasn't taken a set off me yet, so there's also that. I would like to keep it that way.
Right. Even I'm ready for M's revenge arc.
Yeah.
It's Sydney 2028.
I'm worried. I'm also very.
It's going to be M Tangy versus Kirk in the grand final. But sorry, M Tangy, it's not your story for the back-to-back. It's you can feel the They Love Jai roll of second, I guess.
It's pretty cool. Again, awesome work. And yeah, just again, brilliant run, Jum. I think it's something to be absolutely proud of. We look forward to seeing you in Melbourne. For those that want to follow your journey, where can they find you? And, are you streaming? Are you coaching? Do you accept DMs? What's the deal?
So, yeah, I recently kind of started properly streaming, setting probably a sort of real schedule for myself. So I've been streaming on Jumothy on Twitch, which is Jumothy with 4 Ys at the end.
Very easy to find, famously.
Yeah. It should have been an underscore. I knew I should have stuck with underscore. I have Twitter as well. I believe that one's I think it's Jumothy with 2 Ys, actually. Jumothy? There's one person taking my Jumothy tag.
This is sounding so familiar with Steve and what number is on the end of his names, like PvPSteve 7, PvPSteve 1. I was just like, which one is it? I can't remember. How many Ys is what I have to remember with yours?
Yeah.
Well, it's just you type in twitch.tv/Jumothy and then just go, oh, guess not enough Ys, add another one. Eventually you'll find it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just go to his Twitter and he's linked.
Yeah. As for coaching, I haven't really started doing that. I know Taj, one of my locals, wants to hit me up with that. So maybe I'll get some experience off him. Coaching him. So I'm open to it. I think I'd enjoy it. I guess my DMs are open.
Yeah.
Open.
What's your? I suppose this is too much detail, but have you given Taj any advice as of yet?
Oh yeah. Every
does it involve anything? Does it involve Chansey removal?
It is close to that. We went to EUIC together. There was a lot of. I think he likes to joke around with me. Yeah, he did he did better than me, so I guess I should be taking his advice. There was a lot of like I don't know. I think he was kind of joking around with some of the teams he was planning for EUIC, but yeah, we do. I do like kind of discuss stuff with him at like locals and stuff. He's definitely improving quite a lot as well.
Yeah, he has.
I think
definitely jumped ahead.
Because the Sydney local scene can't be too easy. This is
the Sydney local scene.
This place sucks.
I wonder when you
Steve's just scrambling for locals. Just be like, get some points, please, sir.
Yeah, I'll go back to New Zealand to do my locals.
Yeah,
especially when nighttime clashes in town. Yeah.
That was pretty funny. Excellent.
Yeah, a lot of the. Oh, sorry. I was going to say one more advice about with Taj. It's definitely. I mean, I can't bring myself to tell him to get rid of acid spray on his Ferrothorn because he did get one. There was one local that we did last week. He ran acid spray Ferrothorn. I called it, I think, 5 times. So he used 5 acid sprays on like something that doesn't do any damage to. But then I shielded the 5th or 6th one, and then he got so happy. He like jumped out of his chair. It was like so much genuine joy came out of him. So I'm like, okay, I guess you can keep that one.
If I could give Taj one piece of advice, because I've also had to place acid spray Ferrothorn all the time, brother, click it just a little bit less. Everyone does it all the time. It only works if we think there's a threat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've had a mud boy against him before, and he still like will click acid spray, and I'm like, I'm calling it.
Yeah, it was acid spraying my Guzzlord now. Yeah, I remember. Because I wasn't gonna shield it anyway.
Dear.
Yeah. We'll see if he adheres to that advice.
Well, you're going to really start sweating when he has his Ferrothorn up against your Quagsire. You've got to pick with its power for acid spray.
That is true. Oh, he was running Thunder on it, though.
Oh, yeah, he does that.
He was running Thunder acid spray, so my Quagsire would be fine as well.
Although, you'd be shocked, because I've had Swampert against his acid spray Thunder Ferrothorn before. How much damage Bullet Seed starts to do after an acid spray. It really does add up.
Of course.
Only he would know. Only he would know the calcs.
Yeah, he would.
We love you, Taj.
I'd love to see that on stream.
We need like a input, like a person cam, to see his live reaction.
We can whoever's playing Taj, we can like unplug all of that camera setup to just like get Taj instead of the second phone.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah, it would.
Or just watch an acid spray knock at shield and just. Anyway, I guess like any final words before we roll off into the sunset. Oh, jums plums.
Not really. Just looking forward to my 10 sets of battling today.
Yeah, Thursday, GBL day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we better let this guy go, man. He's got streams to run.
Yeah, he does.
But thank you for your time. And thanks everyone for tuning in as well. Go follow Jum on all the things. The links will all be in the description down below. Thanks to Emma as always for supporting on the Patreon. All the links for G'day Battles are in the thingo as well, probably. Or I don't know. I think I just copy pasted every time, so they're probably there. If they've been wrong once, they're wrong every single time ever. No one's told me yet though, so I don't know. And yeah, I guess that's us. I don't know when we'll be back to be honest, but at some point, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The Melbourne.
Have you retroed for Melbourne yet?
Pokemon Go.
I have. It's actually the retro is actually creeping really close.
Yeah. There's like 8 slots or something.
8. Yeah. Left.
Kind of way.
Next year we can at least more than 64. 65 and I'm happy.
Yeah, I know. So about 16 people will be happy.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
No, absolute pleasure. And yes, Steve?
Nah, I'll see you with a local at some point. Oh wait, am I frozen? I can't. Oh, no, we're back. Yeah, I'll start bringing Ferrothorn.
Acid Spray Thunder. Excellent. All right, bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm just letting you know you're not looking at the camera. You're looking at your screen.
Yeah.
So like
that's fine. I don't want him to look at us.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Look away.
Look at us. Look at us. That's fine. That can go in the bloopers later.